Well, February 2020, I was on the greatest job I think I've ever had in my 10 years of work. I was with the Carole King musical. It's called Beautiful. It ran on Broadway from 2015 all the way to the end of 2019. 2014 all the way through 2019. It was on Broadway for a very long time. Great show. Super happy. Just awesome time. I had a group of fantastic friends on that tour. I had a great job on that tour. I was the swing. I played every single male role in the show. If somebody was sick, a swing is when somebody is sick and they need an understudy to jump on. I was that guy. So I learned nine parts of the show, and I was able to jump in whenever somebody was out, sometimes playing two roles at once. So it was a very, very exciting job. But in February of 2020, we had just finished up our California run, and my wife, who I haven't seen at the time, who I hadn't seen in a really long time, because she was on a different tour, had came out and visited me for a week, and we were just kind of touring throughout California together. We rented the car, and we were driving to all the different locations we had to go to. So it was a really, really nice time to spend together and to see each other. She got to see the show, which was fantastic. So we went home for a week. And then after that week was over, we went back to the tour, and we kept hearing that our venues were getting canceled. And we were like, oh, this is really strange. All of our Texas venues are getting canceled. And I was like, okay, this is a little strange. Long story short, we got sent home, and we were like, okay, we'll probably pick back up in a week or 2 weeks when we find out more about what's going on. And then 3 days later, I got a call from my company manager saying that we were closing down. And I was like, oh man, that's terrible. Because like I said, the job was just such a dream. And every single day I was just so grateful. So grateful to just have a job and to do the thing I love, because I was just having such a good time on that tour. And throughout that time, a couple days after, I was like, wow, this is serious, I guess. We went out to Kansas City in the beginning of April, and then decided that we should just stay there until we were going to get married. And in July, we actually pushed it back a little bit and got married in the middle of June. And we did a very, very small COVID wedding, and it was really great. And it made me very, very happy. But yeah, and then we moved back to New York City slightly after that, and we just dove into what this new life is. She was babysitting all summer, and I was working at a camp outside with kids with very, very strict protocol for COVID. And at the end of the summer, we were just toast. We were toasted, and we were just exhausted. We didn't really get to ever see each other because I was out from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. After the summer, I was like, you know what? I'm going to get a full-time job. I don't know what I'm going to do, but I'm going to get a full-time job. I had a cousin who worked for the company mattress firm. They sell mattresses and other sleep-related furniture. And I got a job with them. Very, very normal, 50-hour-a-week job. And my wife started going to aesthetic school in November. So we are just doing something polar opposite from what we are used to doing. So that's kind of I know that was kind of long description from February 2020 until, now March 2021. But that's kind of what our lives have looked like, since last year.
Yeah. Has there been encouragement along the way with that transition?
Yeah, I have a very, very encouraging family, my immediate family, my mother, my father, and my now brother, who, side note, had just gave his life to Jesus about 3 months ago, which is fantastic.
Oh yeah,
so
we need to talk about that.
Yeah, but they are very, very encouraging, and side note, it kind of takes me by surprise sometimes. I was telling my wife the other day, my brother sends me Bible verses sometimes, and I'm just this is the weirdest thing in the world, But yeah, he was I'm at my wit's end. I can't I guess he felt the call, and that was it.
Yeah.
And I'm very, very happy for him, because he means a lot to me. He means a lot to me. He's a huge role model in my life, and I love the kid, and he just, he makes me proud every single day with how far he's going. So,
wow. I don't think there's probably anything more joyful than that.
Yeah. What I was saying, I don't know if we were recording at that point, but like going back to what I was saying is that I have no time for myself. I don't have any time to think. I don't have any time to do any of that. And it's like, it's bad. It's really hard for me to tell a congregation that I haven't been doing that.
Yeah.
But I mean, like I was saying to you before, I'm very, very, vulnerable, open book when it comes to this kind of stuff, because I don't want everybody to just see the good that's going on in my life. I want them to see like the hard and like what's difficult in my life as well. So
yeah. You just feel exhausted and drained, and yet
yeah,
you said you're able to identify that you need rest and that you need alone time, but you also 2 weeks ago realized that you have to give up social media because it was taking too much from you. So I mean, those two things, that's not passive at all.
yeah. Has
But
it been 2 weeks? It feels like it's been like 3 months.
yeah, I think it's just barely 2 weeks. Is there anything else that you think of in your story would help a brother and sister that's in a similar situation, be it theater or outside of theater, people embracing new careers? I know there's many people in our church that are making hard decisions like that.
If you're blessed with the opportunity to be in, close vicinity with other people, it's just be yourself and don't be afraid to be vulnerable about what you're feeling, because you don't know what kind of conversation can spark or what kind of seed can be planted because of your ability to be vulnerable with somebody else.
Yeah. We need each other, right? We really need each other in this time.
Anything about like my past and what I went through to get to where I am today, like to get to where, to get to the day that I became a Christian, to get to like where I am now, I am like 100% there. I will share with anybody. I will be, over the moon about, sharing that with people. And again, I think just, being willing to be vulnerable and being willing to be open with people is very, very important, especially in this age of Zoom and virtual meetings. So
yeah, I appreciate you sharing your story with us.